Importing and exporting involves transferring content from one program to another. So for this example, we're going to export this bulldozer model out of the 3D Builder program that just comes with Windows 10, and we'll import it into Blender. And I've saved this out as a .object file. So let me just do that again really quick. I'm going to save it as .object, save the MTL file with it, which transfers the material. And now inside of Blender, we can just go to File, Import, and .object, since we exported it as a .object. Now, we could just navigate to the file and double-click it to import this into Blender. However, if we do that, we'll immediately notice that we have a couple problems. First of all, it's really big, and it's facing the wrong direction. Now, the reason this is because different programs use different units. Since the 3D Builder is primarily used for 3D printing, it might be measuring in centimeters, while Blender is measuring in meters. And so it's going to take that and blow it up incredibly huge. So let's go ahead and undo this and import it again, but this time let's take a look at the settings. Let's go to File, Import, and .object. Now each file type has its own settings, but for this example, let's just take a look at the clamp size and the forward and up directions. So since this was really big, we can take the clamp size and clamp it down to something more reasonable. So let's choose 5 to clamp this down to 5 units. And to get it to face the right direction, let's choose the forward direction as, say, Y, and choose Z as the upwards Z direction. So if you're using a program that uses Z as the up direction, you're going to want to choose Z up here. Some programs like to use Y as the up direction, and if that's the case, then you're going to want to choose Y as the up direction here. So this isn't what Blender uses, you're setting what the other program that you had been using set this orientation as. So once we choose the right settings, we can now select our file, import object, and now it's the correct size as a little bulldozer toy, and it's facing the right direction. Now you'll notice if you go to File and Import that we have a lot of different file types, but maybe it doesn't include the file type that you're looking for. For instance, you might be using AutoCAD, and you might want to import a DXF file that you made there. So we can actually go to the User Preferences with File User Preferences, and once we have that open, we can go to the Add-ons section. All of our import and exports are actually add-ons that are added to Blender, and there's a section for it right here in the categories. Let's choose Import and Export, and you can see all of the different options that we have. Now we can easily search just for DXF, and the import and export will pop up, and if we check them, we can now go back to Blender, File and Import, and DXF is right here. So if there's a file type that's not included in Blender, you might be able to find an importer or exporter for it online, or you could code one yourself if you're up to the challenge.